There is, however, something that the Democratic leaders and Democratic members of this body are threatening that is not consistent with history or precedent or respect for the Constitution. And that is, namely, a threat to pack the Supreme Court. We have heard multiple Democrats say that if the Senate confirms this nominee and the Democrats take a majority, that next year they will try to add 2 or 4 or who knows how many justices to the Supreme Court. Well, you know, there was another Democratic president who tried to do that, FDR. Even though he had a supermajority, the Democratic Congress rejected his efforts as an effort to politicize the Supreme Court. And since the Democratic leaders believes we should follow the wishes of Justice Ginsburg, I think it's worth reflecting on what Justice Ginsburg said about this. She was asked in an interview with NPR, and her statement was as follows, quote, 9 seems to be a good number. It has been that way for a long time. I think it was a bad idea when President Franklin Roosevelt tried to pack the court.
Adding the number, changing the number of justices.
Oh, yes, yes. There is no fixed number in the Constitution, so this court has had as few as 5, as many as 10. 9 seems to be a good number, and it's been that way for a long time. I have heard that there are some people on the Democratic side who would like to increase the number of judges. I think that was a bad idea when President Franklin Delano Roosevelt tried to pack the court. His plan was for every justice who stays on the court past the age of 70, the president would have authority to nominate another justice. If that plan had been effective, the court's number would have swelled immediately from 9 to 15, and the president would have 6 appointments to make. You mentioned before the court appearing partisan. Well, if anything would make the court appear partisan, it would be that. One side saying, when we're in power, we're going to enlarge the number of judges, so we will have more people who will vote the way we want them to. So I am not at all in favor of that solution to.
Unfortunately, it seems the Democratic leaders and Democratic senators are repeating the partisan mistakes of their predecessors, threatening the court and threatening to pack the court, which would be truly a radical and bad idea, as Justice Ginsburg explained. Accordingly, what I am going to do is propose modifying the Democratic leader's resolution to delete his call that we leave this vacancy open, that we leave the court with just 8 justices, which opens up the possibility of a 4-4 tie, not able to resolve a contested election, and leaving this country for weeks and months of chaos if we have a contested election in November. But instead, replacing in the resolution the quote from Justice Ginsburg that packing the court is a bad idea, and the Senate agrees that packing the court is a bad idea. And, Madam President, I'm confident that when I ask the Democratic leader, he's going to reject this, because we are sadly seeing one side of the aisle embrace more and more dangerous and radical proposals, including trying to use brute political force to politicize the court. That is not consistent with the Constitution, nor is it consistent with 2 centuries of this body's precedents.
Now, to me, as an American, I'm not judging her. I'm just saying there was no way she was going to limit abortion anyway. So the unborn had no rights in her eyes. None. No protections, no rights, nothing. She was Miss Abortion. In her rulings, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I'm not a lawyer, she basically took the Constitution and molded it to whatever she wanted politically. And that is what is wrong with this country. So if you're a judge, it's not your job to make law, to find a way to justify something. That's not your job. Congress makes the laws.